Hello, 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 dear friends. I'm connecting with you in this space. I'm going to be with you, guide you, and support you through this life. We hope that you are well. As we connect in with you, in support of you experiencing your wholeness in this life, we wish to guide you towards a patterning that exists for many of you. And this patterning is experienced as a distraction away from self, a distraction out of the moment, a distraction away from being present with yourself and with others. Often this patterning is generated to move you away from something that is held internally that is uncomfortable, something that has been experienced previously within the system, and the response to this discomfort is for you to hold it in tension. And this tension then models into behavior. For many of you, the discomfort that would arise in meeting these held tensions, these held belief patterns, these aspects of your identity, that they are so uncomfortable that you keep yourself busy so that you don't need to ever look them. And so this pattern is generated where often you may not be sitting still. You may find it hard to be quiet, to sit in silence, to not be doing things. And so you stay in this pattern where you're busy, busy, busy. And the busyness feels good to the body. It feels productive. And it is affirming for the mind, for the emotional state, and for the ego that you are being productive. And the more busy that you are, the more productive that you seem, the more content emotionally you'll feel that socially you are doing a good job. And this reward-based system for the busyness is part of the avoidance of what this discomfort is that is being held internally. So what we wish to draw your attention to is that if you experience this busyness, if you have a belief pattern where you are productive through your busyness, this may be something that you wish to look at. If you investigate into that and ask the questions around this, is this necessary? If this wasn't the case, what would my life look like? Where would I be? How would that change who I am, who I believe that I am? Can you simply be content sitting still? Or is it that when you sit still, there is an uneasiness, a discomfort that is only experienced when you sit still? And to avoid sitting with that discomfort, you generate more movement and move back into your busy, busy, busy. Is it that in conversations that you justify this with others, with yourself internally, that you are always busy and you don't have time? Or because you are busy, you are productive and you deserve a gold star? If you sit gently with yourself, if you sit quietly in the moment and observe how the body responds to this, observe whether there is an uneasiness, whether there is a discomfort, whether there is a desire to move. Perhaps this is met as boredom, that you are looking for another distraction away from what is. We recommend that you sit with this. Or if you do move away from it, if you do act into the busyness, if you allow yourself to be distracted, do so consciously. Don't beat yourself up for it. Simply be aware of your patterning. And as you move into the busyness, observe it still. Be playful with it, be light with it, but watch it. Sometimes what happens when you're moving into an expanded state of consciousness in your life is that you become aware of a pattern, but you're not ready yet to change the action of that pattern. So as this pattern plays out, for example, busyness, the mind identifies, well, if I was to be good at consciousness, then I wouldn't be succumbing to this busyness. And in judgment of self, it will scold itself. And this is unfair, but this again is an attempt to limit the expression of yourself, your whole self, your completeness. Please watch for this. And when you do return to the stillness, if you do return to the present, and you again become aware of whatever discomfort, whatever unease, whatever agitation may rest in the body, simply watch it. And from the perspective of the observer of the moment, encourage it to reveal itself if it's ready to. Encourage it to have a voice, to be seen, to show what that pattern is protecting. Often the behavioral pattern will be protecting some belief that is held within the system, within your body. And this will be a belief that has been generated through an experience previously had or interacted with. And if you then see that it is not the busyness, it is not the attempt to create distraction that is underlying, it is some perceived hurt, some fear, some vulnerability that has been protected by that busyness. And as wholeness, we can meet that with unconditional love, recognizing that in the present moment, if we stay present, if you are present, that fear serves no purpose in the present moment. It only serves purpose in the past and in the future. And neither of those exist. They are perceived realities. They are stories. And if you require a response of fear in the future, you are more than capable of mustering that up. Carrying that tension around within you all of the time, regardless of whether it is necessary or not in the moment, only creates tension, restriction, and limitation within your life. Because your behaviors will be dictated by those tensions that you hold. The less of these tensions that you hold, the more expansive your interaction with life will be. So in this moment, allow yourself to sit here, present, with nothing to do, nowhere to be. All that is exists right here. All that you are exists right here. You are whole. Any perception other than this is simply a perception. In the moment, right here, now. All that is exists and is available as you open to it. In the moment, if you experience wholeness, if you open to the possibility that all exists in the moment, what you move into next can be anything of your choosing. Where you take action will be of either restriction and limitation or expansiveness. And in the moment, right here and now, feel into what feels more natural for you. To be restricted and protective, fearful, or to be open and abundant and expansive. If you feel a draw one way or the other, simply observe what that draw is. Observe where that action would be taken. But remain present as you do this. Be diligent not to be drawn into a past or a future, because they are the stories that are generated, and they are escapism out of the present. In the present, you are whole, and you have the clearest aspect, you have the clearest access to your wholeness, to the completeness that you are as consciousness, experiencing this moment. It is a stillness that occurs with a waveform that is so fine that it looks as though it is still. And again, paradoxically, in that stillness, in being present, everything is experienced. All multi-dimensional realities are experienced. All potential futures and pasts, all experiences are present in the moment. And then carry this forward with you as a familiar feeling and observe if there is variation from this. Quite often there will be. And you can bring yourself back to the moment where you observe, where am I being drawn into a future or a past? Where am I being drawn into a fear response, restriction or tension? Or where am I feeling present? Where am I feeling naturally in flow? Where do I feel abundant? Where do I feel connected? We hope this is useful for you, our dear friends. We love you, we love you, we love you. Goodbye.